Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy, and I'm with your truly one and only Your Hyundai Guy.
What's going on, everybody? Robert Wiesman, your Hyundai guy.
And Robert is one of the top sales consultants that I've met in a very long time. He kind of came to my attention because I did a contest, looking for some proactive ideas, something that's different, something special, for sales consultants and dealerships to do. And what I found is Robert has his own website, robertwiesman.com, and he basically has branded himself like he's an entire internet department or dealership. And long story short, I'm just going to jump right into it. Robert, let's go to Google right here. What was the example that you had, the 2013 Honda?
Honda Accord is one, and Civic as well. Honda Accord, Maryland. Broad search.
Okay, so 2013 Honda Accord. Basically, he shows up first position, natural, Google. So this is all pay-per-click. Only 20% of people are going to click here, 80% skip it. But this is a first position natural Google, and this is a Robert Wiesman video.
Hello and good afternoon, folks. This is Robert Wiesman.
What's crazy is he doesn't sell Hondas, so he's a Hyundai dealer. So now you go to Honda Accord and type in Civic. You type in 2013 Honda Civic. Here's what's crazy. Out of 1.3 million results, first position natural Google is another video.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's me. It's Robert Wiesman.
Okay, so this is what's called competition annihilation. What's your thoughts behind this campaign?
Well, being that if anybody goes, well, you see the title of it is exactly the 2013 Hyundai Elantra is better than the Honda Civic. So what that does is anybody that thinks that the Honda Civic is the right vehicle for them, they go on there and do that search, and boom, first come, first serve. I'm the first spot on there, and I'm just trying to push into that marketplace and get my product, which I believe is 100% superior in the marketplace, and get that into their hands or get that into their head. My product and my brand, myself, Robert Wiesman.
So now that's for the competing brand. Now let's go over here, and if we turn and we put in here Hyundai Sonata Hagerstown, and this is where you're located in, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Spell it the right way. So if you look at this, out of almost 1 million results, 800,000 results, Hyundai Sonata Hagerstown, you show up right here.
Everybody, what's going on, Robert Wiesman?
And then you also show up, I saw another one right there. See? Even though it doesn't have a thumbnail like this, you show up twice. You show up 2 out of the top 10 listings organically on the first page of Google for here. Now, if you turn and type in Hyundai Hagerstown. Let's just do MD. So if you type over here, Vimeo. You see this right here? Yeah. He shows up with a Vimeo. You click here. This is Robert Wiesman. Testimonial.
Live. We just bought a brand new, beautiful Tucson from Robert Wiesman here at Massey in Hagerstown.
And what's crazy is that, what I'm seeing here, Robert, is that you don't have like one review or 1 view or 3 views. He's got thousands and thousands of views in all these videos. How many videos would you say that you've uploaded to the internet?
Oh, hundreds. Just in not even 6 months' time. I started this, I think, in December 6th, I believe, was the launch date of my channel. And since then, we're 100, just under 200 videos, but if you see, I have over 30,000 views, 1,100 plus subscribers, and he's sold me a little short on the Hyundai Hagerstown,
okay, let's go back.
So if we go to let's type 20, now I have other product, let's do 2013 Hyundai Elantra 2030. If you put the year, because that's technically, a lot of people are, in my belief, that's how they're going to search. 2013 Hyundai Elantra, Hagerstown, Maryland. That, folks, is that or is that not the type of search you were doing if you were in that marketplace? They're saying, look, that's Boardwalk Park Place, all in one right there.
Okay, explain that. What he just said is that we at Dealer Synergy believe and feel that Google is like a monopoly board. We call it Googleopoly. So what he just said is that he just hit a home run. He just got Park Place, Boardwalk, everything.
That's
Look at
not Baltic Ave. Look, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it
Exit
gives you the
1,
5.
2,
That's
3,
all.
4, 5.
That's me right there.
5. He owns half the page natural Google. So look, it says 2013 Hyundai Elantra Coupe.
Just put that one
Okay,
up too.
2013 review, loyal customer, coupe. You know, Hyundai Elantra is better. So again, he's got more visibility. I mean, like for you guys watching this, your dealerships. Does your dealership have this much, you know, search engine, you know, penetration and search engine visibility? This is a one-man show. He's a sales consultant, not a sales manager, not an internet director, a sales consultant crushing it. So now, what we're looking to do is take it to a whole nother level. Okay, right now, you're based in Hagerstown, Maryland, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, and give us a couple of cities that are also close to you.
You have Frederick in Maryland. You have Frederick, Maryland. I mean, you have Baltimore, which is, you know, maybe give or take an hour away. We have, what would we say, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. We have Martinsburg, West Virginia. Washington, D.C. is close. We have, I mean, basically in the major in that market, Hagerstown, Frederick. Frederick is definitely the closest with actual Hyundai competing dealer from.
Don't you have a
from the
review
city.
site that was just built?
Yeah.
What's the URL?
Baltimore Hyundai Reviews.com.
Okay, so Baltimore. Okay, so look, if you type in Baltimore Hyundai, hold on,
Just type.
reviews. Okay, look at this. So out of 1.5 million results, I don't know if you knew this, Robert, out of 1.5 million results, look at this. First page natural Google is,
Boom.
okay guys, that's friggin' ridiculous. So not only does he have all these videos, not only does he have robertwiesman.com, but he's got Baltimore Hyundai reviews. Out of 1.5 million results, first position natural Google is this website. And this is basically a complete review site where, you know, this is his own version of Dealer Rater or Google Places. So on top of, look at this is friggin' ridiculous.
It's 2 pages so far. We're just getting. Not everything's loaded up there yet. We just launched this not too long ago.
Yeah, we literally just started working with Robert and helping him put it together. The reason why, how long did it take you to get here today?
Today?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole trip
Travel.
about 3 hours with traffic and stops and whatnot.
He came all the way from, you know, deep in the sticks in Pennsylvania, even though he works in Maryland, but he lives in Pennsylvania. He drove all the way last night, got a hotel so he could come work with our Dealer Synergy team. And today we were focusing a lot on the reputation management strategy. So what we're doing is we're training Robert and equipping Robert like we're pretending Robert is an entire dealership or Robert Wiesman is an internet department. I'm doing the exact same strategy, protocol, standard operating procedure, rules of engagement that I would do for an entire dealership or an entire internet department for one human being. And it's pretty crazy because he's got a review site, he's got, you know, a bunch of reviews and testimonials that are going to Dealer Rater, and on your website you have where are your reviews?
Well, I have just I have the customer references where they've done a. If you go here, see, I offer you. I understand a new vehicle is a major purchase, so I have past clients of mine that did a little testimonial for me, and then also they're willing to provide their phone number and their email, so you can. I'm so confident in my service and my product, you can go ahead and give them a call and ask what it is. Be like, hey, listen, I'm thinking about making my second biggest purchase of my lifetime. You know, some people's biggest purchase, I'm thinking of making it with Robert Wiesman. Tell me about him. Tell me, how does he, you know, does he forget about you after the sale? Does he take good care of you? Does he pressure you? Etc., etc.
So, folks, references. Think about how powerful it is. Well, why should I buy a car from you? You know what, Mr. Customer, that's a great question. Don't take my word for it. If you give me the opportunity, let me just shoot you a bunch of references. You can call them up, and they can tell you what it was like before they bought a car from me, when they bought a car from me, and after I sold an automobile, how my follow-up skills were. Again, don't take my word for it. Check my references. So he's doing things exactly like an entire dealership should be doing. So now what we're going to do, let's go to Google. Here's what, and watch, this is prediction. We're putting this online. I mean, like, they ain't going to be able to stop us. What we're doing now is this. Since he's based in Hagerstown, our strategy is we want to go after and just totally crush Hagerstown, Maryland, for Hyundai, and we also are going to crush them for Honda, which is the competition, and we're also going to crush Baltimore, and we're going to crush Frederick. So the idea is that we're going to be creating focus sites and microsites, and here's what the strategy that we're trying to do. Let's go to here. If you turn on and type in Auto Parts Iowa, for example, this is what we're looking to do. When you type in Auto Parts Iowa, out of 8.9 million results, the first page, natural Google, comes up. It's one of our websites that we built for Dow Ford. If you look at this right here, even though the dealership is Dow Ford, but look at the URL. The URL is Auto Parts Iowa. What we're going to do is we're going to build, Robert, 5 focus sites. What are the URLs that we decided, guys?
We have Hagerstown Hyundai.
Stop. So we're gonna have HagerstownHyundai.com. We're gonna have HagerstownHonda.com. We're gonna have Frederick Hyundai MD, right?
Frederick MD Hyundai. Or
Frederick MD, yeah, something like that. Something like Frederick Hyundai MD. We're gonna also have Baltimore MD Hyundai or something like that. And we're also gonna do which one?
We have Baltimore car. We have Baltimore car dealership.
Yes, Baltimore car dealerships, which is going to be ridiculous. So now, here's the strategy, and I want everybody else thinking about focus sites. The whole purpose of a focus site is, so you just pick one focus. For example, like this whole Dow Ford. A Ford dealership has new, used, fixed stop, service, all that stuff. It's too many keywords that are gunning for relevancy on the search engines. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to create a focus site just on one focus. So what our focus for, let's say Honda. So if we own HondaHagerstown.com, the idea, that whole focus site needs to be built on why, you should not buy a Honda. You know what I mean? So what we're looking for is we want to play chess with the search engines. If somebody's looking to buy a Honda, Honda Accord, Honda Civic in Hagerstown, we want them to type, watch. We want them to just type in Honda Hagerstown MD, for example. And when they go here, what we want to do is we want to show up on this page. Remember, this is not here yet. This is what we're building right now. That's why it's my office. But what we're going to do is when somebody's looking for Honda Hagerstown, we want to show up, and there's going to be a whole website dedicated. Maybe we're going to do something funny, like we're going to have one of those Ghostbusters straight up, man. Like we're going to have a Ghostbusters big circle with a line against it with a big Honda logo or Honda. He's a Hyundai dealer. He doesn't care about what Honda says. You know what I mean? And it's going to say, hey, folks, before you buy that Honda Accord, you should really be looking at, the Hyundai Sonata. And here's why the Hyundai, watch this, you ready? Why is Hyundai better? Quick, give me a couple of reasons.
Best warranty in the business, the fuel economy is better, the safety ratings are better, you get more for your money. I mean, I can go on and on
because
and
you
on.
sell Hyundais, and that's why.
I sell Hyundais. You don't get me, Robert Wiesman, when you buy a Honda. You get me with the deal.
With the Hyundai only. So
Yes.
do you see what I'm getting at, folks? Is that this is going to be so amazing that when somebody's just going to Google and typing in anything Honda Hagerstown related, that he's going to have his own microsite, a focus site that's dedicated to explaining and educating the public on why they should not be thinking about a Honda, but they should be thinking about a Hyundai. And he's going to bullet point, and build all this value. So now, for my tech people, well, what type of content do you need to put on there? For it to index properly, and get optimized properly, the website needs to have content for Hagerstown. So you could turn on and have like Google Maps, MapQuest, you know what I mean? You could have those type of embedded backlinks with proper destination mapping, you know what I mean? To have the relevancy for the geo-targeted area. You need to definitely have a lot of stuff about Honda. What I would personally do is identify all, and this is not a bad thing, I don't want to have a negative campaign, but you want to educate. You want to look at Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, personal reviews, anybody that says that they don't like a Honda and why don't they like a Honda, you need to turn around and kind of consolidate that information to feed into that site. It's a propaganda site why you don't want to buy a Honda. Does that make sense? So again, and you got to play on the URL. You got to add relevancy to the URL. If the URL is Honda Hagerstown, a lot of the content needs to be about Honda Hagerstown, even though you sell Hyundais. The majority of the content to index properly needs to be about Honda and Hagerstown. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And same thing for, like, let's use his franchise. He's going to have his competing town. He's in Hagerstown, but the next one over is Frederick.
Yes.
Is Frederick, Maryland. You know, he wants when there's people that are in there and that in Frederick's type in Frederick, Hyundai, Sonata, you know, Launcher, whatever it is. You want to build on how you deliver vehicles free of charge to people in Frederick, how people from Frederick drive to you and buy cars. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what you want to do with the focus sites and microsites is be very specific, is keep to the focus. Now let's just say, for example, you had a focus site that was Hyundai Sonatas. You don't want to talk about Elantras, Santa Fe's, or anything else on a Hyundai Sonata Hagerstown page. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A lot of times people miss the understanding. The reason why I call them a microsite or focus site.
Because they focus on one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Say that again to the camera.
The
Like,
focus site is called that because it focuses on just that. If it's a Hyundai Sonata site, it's going to focus on the Sonata. If it's the Honda, like you just said, with the Honda, it's going to focus on Honda and Hagerstown in there, whether it's, you know, good or, you know, derogatory about the particular
Time check.
thing.
15 minutes.
stop.